Hi, David here, CEO and founder of the Freedom Founders community. The end of passive investing. Oh yes, I believe it certainly is. In fact, I've never been a, quote, passive investor in my entire life. Well, maybe for a short time when I did actually have an office 401k many decades ago, and I quickly reversed course and went back to doing what I do best. Now, this may be a little bit foreign for you because most people think about investing their money outside of their business, putting their money in savings or tax brokerage accounts or in 401ks, tax deferral. That's really what everybody's sold on. That's the default mode. And the world's out there to sell you on it. Wall Street's out there to sell you on that. You've got financial advisors and brokers and CPAs are all about the same model. Tax defer, put your money on Wall Street, and they'll take care of it for you. I don't believe that's ever going to be the case. I believe certainly a 401k or some kind of savings plan, that's always good. Discipline is good. Habits are good. That's where it all starts. But what you actually do with your capital, the capital that you make, the money you make, which is what you trained, what you went to school for, learning how to actually shepherd that through the financial economy and through the uncertainty of the marketplace going forward, it's going to be more critical than I think ever before. Look, many of us have grown up and matured and gone through life as adults with the tailwinds of falling interest rates for the last 40 years. We had rates starting at the highs of 20% back in 1980, if you were around back then, and falling over time all the way down to the lows of really next to zero federal funds rate back in the summer of 2020. That's 40 years of falling interest rates. That makes capital cheap, and it makes assets, typically equities, whether it's in the stock market or real estate or businesses, expand, grow. That's what we've known. Yet that can't be the case going forward. Why? We're in very much different times financially as an economy. The U.S. is in difficult times, to say the least. I'm not predicting the end. I'm not a doom and gloomer, but I'm just saying if you're predicting that whatever happened in the last 10, 15, 20 years, as long as you've been investing your money, is going to continue on unabated, I think you're in for a rude awakening. Here's why I've always enjoyed and really been very much focused on investing in tangible assets outside of my business. Your business is a tangible asset. That's why you got into it. You wanted to have the control. You wanted to call the shots. As much as it comes with the risk and obligations and responsibilities, that's what we love to do. Why don't you want to do that with your money? I'll ask you, why don't you want to do that with your own money? Because people tell you you don't have the time. You don't have the education. Well, certainly, until you go down the road of understanding it and doing it, that's where education comes from. That's where experience comes from. Doing it with others, I think, is the fastest way to get anywhere in life. I've found mentors and coaches and been a part of mastermind groups for as long as I can remember, going back more than 2 decades. And that's always been the place that's got me from where I was at that time to where I want to go much faster than if I try to figure it out by myself. Even though I'm capable, and you are too, learning with other people, doing it with people who have gone down the path is much faster. If you want to have more certainty, more predictability in your future with the capital that you have worked hard to earn, the capital you may harvest when you sell your business or your practice, you need to be more focused on how to do that. It will pay off huge dividends, but you've got to put time and effort into it. I find most people put more time and effort into planning their summer vacations than they do actually wanting to deal with their money. Yet it's the biggest inflection point, the biggest positive upward movement you can make in your quest for freedom and having more time off and more focused time with the people you care about than really anything else you can do. It's up to you, though. You've got to make that move. Freedom Founders is what I created many years ago to do just that. What I found in my own life became true for hundreds of other doctors and their spouses. It can be the same thing for true. You've just got to make the decision. You've got to make the next step. It's all up to you.